don't get
A
our
little
questions.
banter. All right.
Oh my God. Gang, gang in this bitch. Gang, gang.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're live.
What's the word of the day?
Yeah, word of the
Gang.
Hurry up. Get your shit together.
The word of the day.
He got 30 seconds before he goes live.
The word of the day today is
Mason, hit it.
Gang.
Gang. That's it. Gang, gang. Yes, sir. We are back with another one. And again, I am Mason as always.
And you already know it's your co-host, Corey motherfucking D's. Because I love
Motherfucker today. Hey.
It tastes so good in my mouth, motherfucker.
Yo, pause. Wow.
No pause.
Tastes so good in my mouth.
I know it's the one and only Miss Lizzie Baby out here being who I am. Welcome to Hush Your Motherfucking Mouth. Period.
First of all, I'm gonna ask you this right now. How is your mental health? What's up, Lizzie? How you doing? How's your mental health?
My mental health was like this. A little up and down. We over here like
All over the place. A little good, a
But
little bad.
Overall, I am in a good space right now. I know I love the Hush Your Mouth crew. So y'all give me so much love and light despite the darkness. Miss Corey Dean, though. How'd you feeling, Miss Corey Dean?
You know, I never let a whack bitch stress me. I'm having a really good day and a good night, and I'm having a really good time here with you guys. And we've been vibing for a little while. We've been coercing and just kind of discussing what we're doing tonight and trying to stay on task because our last episode definitely was on task. It was on task.
I'm like,
we were a little bit. We always a little bit all over.
I'm not acknowledging the last.
I was lit. Like
we was lit. We was lit.
Y'all wanted all the smoke. Y'all wanted everybody's smoke. Y'all was looking for smoke.
Every episode.
Smokey the Bear.
Let me tell you something about Miss Corey D. Miss Corey D loves a challenge, and Miss Corey D can handle anything that's thrown her way. So, you know, especially when she knows it's coming.
Pause.
What Drake said: "Shut your mouth and take what's coming."
Hey,
I like that.
Just pause.
I
God
definitely
damn.
tried Miss Lizzie Baby in this last episode, but you know something, I'm gonna shine bright like a diamond because that's what I know how to do.
That's what's up. I just want to say my mental health is good. Thank you guys for asking.
Yes, thank you.
I'm sorry,
guys. Don't come on. Don't do that.
The last episode, I swear, I cut it down. You look at that episode, it's like 2 hours, and out of those 2 hours, I spoke for 20 minutes, and it was just y'all going in on the audience. Y'all was not playing. Y'all was not having it. It was like check. Y'all wanted to check everybody on the timeline for no reason. Just like, bam, check.
Listen, Mason,
y'all skipped over all the good comments, though. Shout out to everybody that gave us some good comments, because there was some good comments, too.
So I want y'all to know, even though your comments was negative,
there were some good ones.
Negative and positive comments is welcome here. Thank you for supporting us, whether it's trolling or not.
I got a question, guys. Is it okay for us to cough without having COVID nowadays?
I mean, everybody's getting vaccinated now.
Y'all over there. I'm vaccinated.
Are you vaccinated, Mason?
Yeah, I don't even know how I feel about it, but yeah, I'm vaccinated.
2030, when the zombies is coming out, I'm gonna be like, Mason, I love you, but
like 3 arms and shit. The funny thing is, I'm weird because I didn't get sick. Like everybody got sick after they got vaccinated. I didn't get sick. I was sleepy, and then I was like a little nauseous, and that was it. And that was all the symptoms I got.
Because you had COVID without you knowing that.
I definitely.
Here's the funny thing: I got tested so many times because my job at the time, I worked with the public, so I was getting tested on a regular basis. I never had it, and then I got tested for the antibodies. I didn't have that, so I don't know.
Oh, so maybe you're.
But I'm very health conscious, so my immunity is probably up there a little bit. I don't even get like sick for the most part, but I
What do you
definitely
say?
take vitamins. Like
Black
I
outburst?
do GNC Vitapacks, so like I got like a mixture of regular day to day vitamins. It's also got like fish oils and all kinds of things. So like I'm overly vitamined. Like it's to the point where it's like I got to drink a lot of water because this piss is coming out yellow as shit. But that's too much information.
It
That
should be
is
clear.
TMI.
I'm very healthy. Though.
I
I'm very healthy.
definitely, after the last episode, I'm going to be the one to introduce this topic.
Was it I say it's me, Miss 40 motherfucking D's? I
You
remember.
did. You introduced yourself.
Okay.
But,
We
so
stepping
we're
off
back
the notes.
with the new topic, and the topic on this episode is jealousy
Insecurity.
versus insecurity. What is the difference? What is the difference, guys?
Is there really a difference between insecurity versus jealousy, guys?
There's a difference. So, Miss Lizzie Baby did her homework, and I'm gonna tell y'all what the definition of jealousy is and what the definition of insecurity is. So we're gonna start with insecurity. So online, I looked it up. It said,
Is this the word of the day?
no, insecurity and jealousy is not my word of the day. My word of the day is what is my word?
What's the
I want to tell y'all before that.
Control. How about control?
Control.
We're gonna stay in
Control.
control. We're gonna
Yeah,
control our show. We're gonna control our conversation.
You're right.
We're gonna stay in
Control is
locked
the
and
word of the
tune with
day.
our controlled environment.
Controlled environment.
All right, go ahead.
Anyways, insecurity, uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence, the state of being open to danger or threat, lack of protection. That is Google's definition of insecurity. Google's definition of jealousy is a feeling of unhappiness and anger caused by a belief that a loved one might be unfaithful. A feeling of unhappiness caused by wanting what someone else has. More of jealousy can be found wherever. Is that it? Yep, that's it.
So in short, what I have is that jealousy is kind of like the state of envy. Like if someone says they have the green-eyed monster on you, like the green-eyed monster is a state of jealousy. Like, oh, I want what you have. I want what I cannot have. I envy you. Jealousy equals envy. Insecurity equals insufficient confidence. That's how I feel.
Okay.
What do you feel, Mason?
I mean, I didn't get as deep as the definitions for you, but I definitely feel like there is a difference between insecurity and jealousy. Both are internal, so I think like they're both from within. So the jealousy is I am seeing what you're having and I am jealous of it. And then insecurity is more along the lines of I'm not sure of myself. So it's like that self-doubt that I don't know what I'm going to do or whatever, how I feel. And I just don't know how I look today. And, it's more of that self-doubt. And then that's the difference between that insecurity and then the jealousy. Is, look at her, what she got, all that stuff. Oh, we got some comments, by the way.
Absolutely. So Griffin Yvonne says, jealous is when you are unhappy about you not having what they have. Absolutely. That's envy. Because that's the green-eyed monster. The green-eyed monster means I want what you have and I can't have it, or I don't know how to obtain it, so I'm envious of you.
And insecure is when you lack something you want to be or gain.
Right.
Exactly.
So that's the lack of confidence.
We all basically agree on what the definitions of both jealousy and insecurity are.
Absolutely.
So now that we know what they mean, what are the factors that may cause you to be insecure?
Is that who you asking? You asking somebody?
I'm asking this openly, so whoever feels more comfortable commenting or saying.
Go ahead, Corey, you ready? You ready?
I'm definitely gonna comment last on what I feel causes insecurity.
All right, I'll
I
go.
mean,
No,
oh,
go
do you
ahead.
want to go first?
No, go ahead.
No, you can
You
go
was
first.
ready. No, you was ready. You was like sipping your drink. You was ready to go. Go ahead.
You know what makes sense? It's very few times where a woman allows a man to go first. And I want you to go first.
I don't know
Because
what life you live in, but in my
ladies first,
life,
that's like historical.
okay.
Like what the fuck? No.
In
You
my
go
life,
first. I'll go second. Miss Lizzie Baby wants to go last. She's already claimed her spot.
fine, no problem. I'll let you lead in this decision making. Nah, but what was the question?
The question is,
what are some factors that may cause you to be insecure?
Me
can
personally, or you as a person? Are we talking
You
about me
can
personally?
speak generally, or you can speak of from your own point of view. And it's up to you.
Generally, I think that insecurity is caused and it's really like enhanced by your past, your upbringing. I think it's that triggering word again from last week. So I think triggering and things like that is what brings up your insecurity. So for instance, if you've always been told, you know, you have pretty hair or you have ugly hair, we'll go with the hair thing because that's a big thing in our community. So if you've been told, oh man, like you need to have straighter hair, whatever the case may be, anytime you jump in some water, you get a little insecure because your hair kind of shrinks a little bit. So you feel insecure about it. So now you're quick to making sure that, you know, like let me comb that out or let me make sure that I don't jump in that water so that my hair shrinks. Look at me hitting them trigger points. So those are insecurities, right? So those are things that are caused by early childhood trauma in some way, shape, or form. So that's
psychologically, yes.
insecurities.
Psychologically, yes.
I feel like
Yes.
insecurity is psychologically though.
Insecurity, it can be psychologically, but I feel like if you know who you are as a person, and no one can make you insecure psychologically. I feel like
I disagree with that.
so for instance, I can only speak for me as a person. I'm a person that's very sure of who she is, and I'm a person that like I'm not like I don't find myself to be insecure when it comes to another woman. Have I been jealous? Absolutely.
Are we talking about when it comes to another woman? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Woman, man, what the fuck ever. Job, whatever.
I would question you if you were insecure when it came to another man or something like. Kind of weird.
Well, listen, I don't know because you should question the man and not me. But what I'm saying that when it comes to being insecure, I don't think that because insecure is the insufficient confidence, and I feel like my confidence is here.
How'd you get there, by the way?
I brought myself there.
Exactly.
You brought yourself to there.
My accomplishments have brought me there. Who I am, statistics, you know, things that matter.
Statistics brought you to your confidence level.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm so technically the way my life was set up, I was supposed to be the underdog. But because I'm not the underdog, yeah, no, I'm there. That's real shit.
So you beat the odds.
I beat the odds. So beating the odds can make me more sufficient.
Overcoming the challenge.
In the security department, I overcome every challenge that I ever faced. Everyone.
Okay. I'm with you.
So what causes or might cause?
No, sis, you ain't answered this question.
That's the question. The question is, what are some factors that might cause you to be insecure?
No, insecurity versus jealousy. What are some? Oh,
that's what I'm trying to answer. Okay. So speaking from my own,
not letting you get away with that. She was like, I want to hear something.
I have definitely been in a space where I have definitely been insecure. There's definitely some more insecurities that I'm working through, but where I am and who I am today, I am completely secure in everything. And that's something that I have built myself. I have been loved by the right people who have also built those securities. I've been in relationships where I felt secure, which also helped me with my insecurities. So I feel like I agree with you, Mason, when I say that your past experiences and things that you have been through is what shapes your insecurities. Like you could have been in a situation where maybe, you felt like you weren't enough. It's all about self doubt and you feeling like you're not good enough for you or the next person. So I think that at some point in your life, you get to a point where it's not about somebody else building you up. You got to realize that you got to build you up. So once you start building yourself up, those insecurities no longer matter. But I do definitely feel like past experiences and the things people say to you and the things that you deal with can definitely shape who you feel you are.
Okay.
I agree with you, Mr. Mason.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
I don't
So
disagree with you.
professional.
Why you guys make it feel like I
I
disagree
gave him
with
the
you?
Mr. Mason.
I didn't disagree with. I don't think you disagreed. I think you just approached it differently in the way you
Yeah,
described it. I don't
because
think
I
you
do.
disagreed.
Because I do.
But that's the way we like it, though.
Yeah.
Different topics, different conversations, different points of views.
I agree. So the
But
same.
honestly, though, like the experience part that we're talking about, I think it plays a very big role. We've had this conversation before about how you should build up your children's confidence from an early age, and words matter, and words of encouragement. That goes a long way from a very early age, and I think
Very
that
young.
culturally, I grew up around Jewish people. Yeah, I'll put that out
Me
there. Some
too.
shade. So yeah, I grew up around some Jewish people. Not all the time, but like they were a part of my close knit circle, and that's one of the things that they do a lot. They they give a lot of encouragement, especially to their boys. Like they give a lot of encouragement to their boys. They give them confidence. And as I grew older, I learned that the same thing with like the Indian culture. I think that they do that with their sons too. Like they give them a
A
lot
lot of
of
cultures
yeah,
give a lot
especially
of
their sons.
responsibility to the men because they feel like they are more powerful. Period.
But I mean that also applies to girls too. But
A lot of
the
cultures do
same.
not acknowledge the strength that girls have. A lot
Well,
of
yeah,
cultures.
I agree with you on that, but I think that us control the controllables when we speak to our children, especially if you have girls and anybody in the audience listening, if you have girls and you start at a very early age, especially as a dad, like I find that it's very important that at a very early age start instilling confidence in my daughters and making sure that they think that they are above everything else.
Exactly.
And it's not that they're better than other people, but they're just as great.
You know who you are.
And exactly, and they need to have that confidence in themselves.
Yeah,
And I
because
think
you
it starts
never
with
have
words of
a son.
affirmation. Huh?
Yeah, what if you never have a son? Is your daughter less?
Oh no, my son, I treat him the same too. Like he gets that same words of encouragement. Like that's one of the things that I feel like we're missing. Like I don't think that we always, you know, treat our children and give them that words of encouragement and words of just like confidence. I think sometimes, we be like, look at that little nigga. Like shit like that. Like that goes a long way,
Yeah,
calling somebody stinker. I don't think that that's the best thing.
I
People
don't
do
like
that all the time. Look at
I
Stinky.
don't like the stinker in the stinker.
That's
That means they're not gonna be.
exactly. But that's how I feel. But
But I
that's just
definitely
me.
feel like that's something that you can build up as a child. You have to build your kids up.
Starts early.
It
Absolutely.
starts at home. Everything starts at home. Everything starts when you're a child. How you look at the world is shaped by how you're raised.
So, what are some factors that you would feel like play on you being insecure? Like what might cause you to be insecure?
I can definitely speak from a point of being in a relationship where I was definitely reminded. I don't
Relationships.
want to say reminded. I want to say it was constantly telling me that I was not pretty. I was not, gonna find somebody to love me. I was fat. All
What
types
you
of
in a
things.
relationship
I
like
was
that?
in a relationship like that, and I'm not gonna drop names, so it doesn't matter.
Tell me afterwards so I can beat them the fuck up.
It don't matter because at the end of the day, all these things were said to me, and at some point in time, I believed them. But somebody came into my life and showed me different. So I'm like, damn, You told me these things for all these years, to the point where in the new relationship, I never even wanted to get fully naked. That's how insecure I was.
Yeah.
I
Sex with the lights off. I always look at somebody crazy when they have
Sex
sex
with the lights off.
off.
Isn't
No.
that
I
bigger
wanna
than
see
the
some
water
shit.
thing?
That's the thing, Mason.
Sex with the lights off.
I got with the
Sex with
next
the lights
person, and I never wanted to have sex with the lights on. I never wanted to take my shirt off, and I was way smaller then than I am now. And that's because somebody said to me over and over and over and over again made me insecure with myself. But then I met somebody who made me realize that those things were not true. And even if they were, they loved me through whatever flaws there was there. And, that's how you build up or get rid of certain insecurities. Certain experiences that you experience after that will show you that those things are not true. Whatever you experienced or whatever you were told is not for real.
First of all, let's talk about the fact that sex with the lights on is absolutely necessary. But I'm fat, big, little, what the fuck?
Oh, don't get the fuck down. Don't turn the lights on now.
Look, in the middle, because first of all, how dare a nigga be talking about sex with the lights on ain't good because I'm a big bitch. Nigga, you might have a little bit. I'm just saying. I just don't think that that's not realistic. Like, who's
It's realistic. Sex with the lights
I'm
off.
not
It's
even-
depending
No,
on
I
what's
want
happening.
like
I'm just saying when that's the only option, when you have no other option than sex with the lights off, it's like, yo, we can't see. I can't see it going. Like we can't. Like
Yeah, that's not. I was
that
thinking
kind of turns me on. A little,
like looking back at the situation, that's not me. Like turn the lights on, open the blinds, let the sun beam in. Like
You having sex in the day? Oh, you
in the
freaky.
daylight.
You
What?
freaky.
In the sunrise, the sunset. Like right.
I'm done. By the way, we learned about the rose last week, so shout out to the rose again.
Oh, that's for the rose, because the rose can make you
The
feel
rose
great.
is that minute, y'all. You don't got
The rose don't even got no preference.
I looked that shit up. It literally looks like a rose. Just so y'all know, fellas. Just so you know, they coming for us with this rose thing. Like it's a thing. I didn't know until last week, but I looked it up during
In a while, we won't even need you, niggas.
Yo,
They
it's okay. It's okay.
Need you, man.
They got the half a nigga too with the chest.
Yeah.
What y'all don't know is I think pussy's overrated, so it's all good.
Wow.
Mason,
Say
I don't
that.
know. Actually, another question,
Say
but
that.
I'm fine. All right, so I mean,
no. Ask that other question. Pussy's overrated. I think niggas be going crazy over pussy,
and
they
just
shouldn't.
be going crazy over that.
yeah,
They do, but I think it's way more publicized that dudes be going crazy over pussy than it is publicized that girls be going and getting dickmatized. I think it's
no, girls
it's
get
imbalanced.
Dickmatized is a thing.
Being
Dickmatized
dickmatized
is a thing.
is not it, bitch. Don't be being out here being dickmatized.
And don't be out here being pussy with.
It's the dicks that come a dime a dozen, just like there's a pussy that comes a dime a dozen. Okay.
I wish I
Now
had
let's drink
dollars.
to that.
I wish I had
don't
dollars
have
to
to
drop on the table.
But we got that. Now, so my question is, what are some factors that make you what are some factors that might make you become insecure?
Relationships, bad relationships. I think that your relationship is your second level. So I talked about, when you're really young and how your influence are your parents and stuff like that. And the second relationship is your relationship with your peers. And then the third relationship is your romantic relationship. So relationships are second. They're all relationships, but I think that relationships with somebody that you're intimate with is something that can really deter you. Just like Lizzie said 2 seconds ago, it's like those words of instead of saying you're pretty and saying all that stuff and giving you that positive affirmation, you're giving them the other side of it.
And because I love you, what you're saying really means something to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That could be triggering.
And I'm telling you, Mason, I was like nowhere near how thick I am now. So when I look back at it, like, damn, you was insecure in a small stage like that. What the fuck?
Well, what were they saying to you? What made you insecure?
I'm fat. Nobody will ever want me.
So,
wait,
I'm sorry, Miss Lizzie Baby. Because Mason, do we still have our co-host today, like our extra guest?
Yeah, we could bring.
Let's bring them on because I just want to run through these questions as a group because we don't have much comments. It's pretty late, and let's just run through it as a group today. And so, because maybe he has comments.
Why don't you introduce him?
Well,
So, guys, welcome to our show, our today's guest, which is what does he want his name to be as? I don't know. We haven't
Listen,
got
on our last episode, he was definitely in the comments.
He was in the
so
comments.
we had to definitely bring
He
him on
commented
next
and we brought him on.
episode. So we want to definitely introduce Mr. Trammell. That's his name. It's gonna pop up. Black Panther
247. Thank you. Welcome for
I like
joining
that
us.
screaming.
Hush your mouth.
Yes, sir.
Because I noticed that you're not in the comments and you're in our waiting room and you're waiting for us. And you are our first guest on Hush Your Mouth Live, YouTube, as well as Team Mason TV on Facebook. And we have you here today. And we want to welcome you. We thank you for joining us.
Nice.
I'm glad we got another man.
Yeah, because we need another man to help Mason out sometimes.
I was outnumbered.
He be
quite
out
sometimes, all the time.
Yes, you were.
So, Mr. Black Panther 247, you can answer the question that we were just answering, which is, what are some factors that might cause you to be insecure?
Exactly what he just said. You know, past relationships mostly do that to people. But if you didn't deal with your past relationships, you shouldn't be jumping into nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, heal the hurt. Heal
You
the hurt.
have to heal the hurt first. Absolutely. I just wanted to say
And I think that that's a big thing that a lot of people don't do. They're jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship.
There you
Which
go.
to me going into this relationship with the baggage from that relationship. Now I done jumped from relationships. I got a suitcase from this one, this one. And now I done showed up at your house with a truck full. Is you ready or is you ain't?
Baggage. Emotional baggage.
Emotional.
But men also
baggage.
come with emotional baggage. I don't want people
Yes.
to think that women.
It's both ways. Both ways.
Yes, definitely. So, what do you feel like is insecurity versus jealousy? I don't know if you were listening, but I heard
both of them are in the same, wheelhouse because they're both internal. You got to deal with that for yourself.
I agree.
Before you take it to somebody else.
I don't necessarily agree.
Before we go into why you don't agree,
You think jealousy is something that? Because I don't get jealous for the next guy because if you know you're taking care of your lady or you're taking care of business, why would you be jealous of the next guy?
I agree.
I think that jealousy is an internal thing. It's about you thing. Like, it's a preference. Jealousy to me
is a preference.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you.
Tell me more.
I can be a jealous woman, but I cannot be an insecure woman. You can be both, but not be them at the same time. Do you guys not agree?
I don't agree. I feel like
Same
I feel
wheelhouse.
like jealousy sprouts from insecurity. If you are secure in what and who you are, there is no room for you to be jealous because you're that bitch. If I'm that bitch, what am I jealous of?
There you go.
If you're secure in who you are in a relationship and who you are as a person,
handling
there's
business.
no room for you to be jealous of the next person. So that's why I feel like jealousy and insecurity, they run hand in hand. Because I don't feel like you can be jealous completely if you don't have some bit of an insecurity.
I disagree.
That's fine.
And it's okay.
Tell me more.
And I always say everything's okay as long as it's what Corey needs. But what I'm saying is that you can be a jealous woman because that's a trait. That's who you are as a person. I don't like. No.
So
I don't like. Listen, I don't like my mate hanging out with other women. That's not an insecure thing.
Why isn't it?
That's not an insecure
If you're
thing.
secure in your position
That's
as
not
a woman,
that's
no.
me necessarily.
That's an insecure.
That's not an insecure
Why
thing.
You find that to be jealousy? Me not wanting you to hang out with those whores over there?
Yeah, I don't want you to hang out with those whores over
I'm
there.
jealous of the fact that
How is that insecure? I'm jealous of the whores over there. That's not jealousy. That's me looking out for you. That's not a good example.
Jealousy thing, though, Mason.
It
all stems from
insecurity.
It all stems from insecurity. If I'm secure as your woman in this relationship, you can go hang out with whoever the fuck you want to hang out with because at the end of the day, guess where you coming? Right here. At the end of the day.
And just because
I know that I'm
just because he came there.
Because I have your best. Say your point.
Just because he came there, does that mean that he did not sleep with those whores over there?
But if you're secure,
Stop.
I'm just
See
saying,
that right there? Come on.
If you're as a man, if one of y'all was my man, right? He was my man. According to the last episode, I'm single and miserable. But if you was my man and you went to go hang out with whoever, and I'm secure as your woman.
Okay.
Whatever you went and did with whoever, if you went to the party, I'm secure to believe that my mate is gonna go and I'm gonna trust them to do what they supposed to do.
Exactly.
They come home and they went to the party.
Absolutely.
They had
Exactly.
fun and they left the party and
Absolutely.
they came back to where they supposed
You know
to
why?
be.
Because I trust in myself.
Church finger.
Oh, wait, church
Church finger. Hold on.
Church.
So here's what y'all are confusing. In that scenario, me not wanting you to be around bad company is not jealousy. It's me having your best interest at heart.
That's right, Mason. Because I ain't know
So
what
if I'm having your best interest,
interest.
if I'm having your best interest at heart, I'm telling you, don't be around them thoughts. That has nothing to do with my insecurity. It has something to do with me not wanting you to be classified as a thought.
He's saying
Not
because
knowing that you're not. Go
thought
ahead, man.
friends will want you to be thoughts too.
But I can hang out with my thought friends.
Bro,
That don't
bullshit.
necessarily mean I'm a do
I
thought
can't
shit.
understand, guys.
They're the ones that's going to be pushing guys in your face.
We're outnumbered.
No.
That's what he's saying.
If I'm hanging out with my thought friends, that don't necessarily mean I'm doing thought shit.
It has nothing to do with
That's
that.
true.
I just don't want you to be around that situation.
You don't have to be associated. I can't control the fact
So,
that my
no,
friends
it has nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with your environment. So if, for instance, say for instance, you hanging out with your thought friend. So say you hanging out with Bernice. Let's call her Bernice Burgos. I don't know who that is. I'm just making up a name. All right, shout out to Bernice Burgos. Shout out to her. She's like a grandmother. Damn fine. Look her up if you don't know her. Anyway, Bernice Burgos. You hanging out with Bernice Burgos, right? You hanging out with her, whatever. She's like, oh, come, we getting on this private jet. You like, yeah, I'm going to come.
We getting on this
Tell your man,
PJ.
blah, 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 blah,
We
blah.
going to Dubai.
We going to Dubai. We going wherever y'all want to go. Y'all doing all that stuff. All right, so Bernice is getting financed by T.I., right? T.I. is like, all right, we just using names. I don't know for sure.
You just shouting out the business. Shut
All
your
right,
mouth. Hush your mouth. Shut your mouth.
let's call him IT. So IT is like, you know, IT is like, hey, I'm gonna fly you out, whatever the case may be, or whatever. And he's like, and Bernice is like, okay, I'm gonna take you too. Now IT's friend, let's call him Jermaine. So Jermaine is there, right, with IT, right, and you and Bernice come up, right. So now Jermaine knows what IT's doing with Bernice. Don't you think that
He expects
Jermaine's
you to
gonna
do the
think
same.
that you are also a part of that type of situation?
There you go.
So now, why put yourself in that situation if you don't have to be in that situation? So if I'm telling you, wait, hold on. So if I'm telling you to stay out of that situation, and I'm giving you whys to stay out of that situation, that's not jealousy. That's me looking out for your best interest because I don't want you to be in that situation. So now you can look at it and be like, oh, you're insecure, you're all this. No, I'm trying to help you to not be in a situation that now you're going to call me and be like, yo, this nigga just done disrespected me. I need you to come up here and get me at the heliport. Now I got to fly over to the heliport and get you because IT, you know, his friend Jermaine was going to.
He wanted to, you know.
See how that went out of control real quick?
I got a point to make. If you
The
mind,
company you keep.
Shout out to Bernice.
if you mind
The
me,
company you keep.
if you mind me, there's no reason for me to be getting on no flights to go meet no Jermaine. The fuck?
If what?
If you my man, why am I even getting on the plane? Why is that
He's
even
going with Bernice because Bernice is
No,
your
no,
friend.
I gotta
You just said you go out with your friends.
Oh, wait a minute.
How we get?
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's excuse these men.
We're not gonna excuse
No, we're
these
gonna
men.
excuse these men.
I'm
because
letting
what
Bernice
you're
go by
saying-
herself. Not a man.
No, excuse me. We're gonna excuse you guys. We're gonna excuse you guys.
No,
So
hold
one
on.
thing- Hold on.
Mason,
Ma'am?
role playing right
No,
now.
no.
You my man, Mason.
No. We're not gonna role play with you.
Oh,
Mason.
we're
gonna role play with me because I'm her friend in real life.
Okay, go ahead. I'm not coming.
You're not coming.
I'm not coming. First, I'm coming if I know you only going to
She
see
coming.
IT. But if I know,
you came. You came.
but
You came. Okay.
But
Come
then,
on.
hold on.
Hold
Hold on. I went. But
So wait. So you gonna let your
wait, Mason. I mean, wait, Black Panther. Have I ever gone knowing that fucking Jermaine was there?
Yes, you
Yeah,
know.
that's the question. Did I know Jermaine was there, or did I only think it was IT?
In current day,
Exactly.
No,
Past
wait.
time. Past time.
Hold
Did I
on.
know it was? Did I know IT
If
came
you
with
know
Jermaine?
Miss Corey, baby, or
Nah,
or you
bitch.
listen to
Did
Miss
you
Corey.
tell me
They
that
just put
I
the names together.
Jermaine, or did you say we was going to see IT?
No, when it's time to go see IT, we going to see IT. When it's time for Jermaine to be in play, we going to let you know that Jermaine's in play.
But we already here. We already got on the flight, and now Jermaine's popping up. And
Jermaine's
I'm
there,
like,
sis.
First of all,
But
now hold on.
You better
Since
play your role.
We want to talk about the role that Miss Lizzie Baby plays. Has Jermaine ever got anywhere with Miss Lizzie Baby? No.
doesn't matter. My thing is, it doesn't matter if
But what does
she's
it have
gotten
to do
anywhere.
with insecurity versus jealousy?
It has everything to do with insecurity versus jealousy because what I
Because
use that
in a
example to
relationship,
illustrate.
Remember? So is it insecure for Mason to be like, I don't want you to go with her to go see IT because more than likely there's a Jermaine over there. Is that insecure of him to feel that way?
First of all, Mr. Mason, why do you feel like Miss Lizzie Baby's going to see a Jermaine if she respects you?
Because of my
I didn't say she was.
and I respect you. I'm not even getting on the flight.
Y'all didn't hear what I just said. Y'all didn't hear what I just said. Like what I said was, she just told your friend Bernice was like, "Come on, we're gonna get on this.
Let's go." So you was riding. That's it. You was just riding.
Bitch, just ride. I'm going.
She said it's a free trip. That's all you know.
Yeah, there you go. You ride with your homie.
If you're in a relationship and you know that Jermaine is waiting for you, if you respect your mate,
I didn't say that you knew Jermaine was waiting for you. I didn't even say that you had any intentions with Jermaine.
He didn't say any of that. He didn't say any of that.
Please,
church finger.
Can I go? Because nobody asked Miss Corey D.
Go ahead, Miss Corey D. You're now Lizzie Baby, or how we doing this?
Well, you're Corey still, and I'm the friend. Apparently, I'm Corey D, the friend of Bernie, and who's the grandma, and she said, "Yo, Jermaine is the friend of IT, and we flying out. We getting flew out today, and you know what? Miss Corey D is going, but Miss Corey is gonna be friends with Mr. Jermaine because we're gonna bump elbows." And that's about it. That's it. We're bumping elbows.
So here's where you are totally out of control. And I don't mean that you're out of control, but I meant here's how it gets out of control. Because just because you have respect doesn't mean he has respect. And because he knows what IT is doing with hold on. Because he knows what IT is doing with Bernice.
But this is what I'm saying.
He's going to assume that you are along those same lines.
He expects the same thing.
Exactly. So his aggression is coming from there. So I'm saying you could be friends. You can control how you could control, but I'm not saying that you can control him. So if he's being overly aggressive, that's how I said, oh, then you call me and you're like, hey, homeboy's being overly aggressive, blah, blah, blah. I'm feeling.
Are you my boyfriend now?
Yeah.
But this is why I'm saying.
But I already warned you not to. I already warned you not to hang out with her.
This allows me to say the fact that you don't know girls like Courtney's or you don't know Courtney's because
I let you go, so I don't even know how I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I let you go. No, I'm not stopping you from going. I'm not stopping you from going. I'm telling you.
I want you to know.
How to hold it down. Hold it down. There you go.
Side panel, Mason is saying, no, they're not letting their girlfriend go. No, I'm not letting you go meet Jermaine. Let's talk about that.
That's not what you're going for. That's not what you're going for.
You're going to support Miss whatever her name is. Miss Burgos.
But your real boyfriend at home, outside of your friend Miss Burgos, is saying that they're not letting you go in the first place. Let's talk about that. On the
said I'm not letting you go.
No, I'm saying
that you're in a relationship and you know Jermaine exists. There's no fucking reason you should be on that plane. If Miss Burgos go out there and get her ass whatever and into whatever she's getting into, you're in a relationship. She's single. She's going to see the person she wants to see. I feel like
you could go see somebody without having to be the extra shit.
No, for you,
you don't gotta be a person that submits to the extra shit. You can be a person that be like, yo,
shit,
I'm not with the extra shit.
For you,
is what I'm with, and this is what I'm not with.
Who's disagreeing with that? Who's disagreeing with that?
No, what I'm saying
Who's disagreeing with that? That's
agree.
right.
Nobody. Nobody's disagreeing with that. What you're not addressing is the aggressive man.
The fact that IT knows Miss Burgos is coming out there to throw that ass in the circle, and Jermaine is there.
Circle
He knows.
like a mother.
He knows Miss Burgos throw that ass in the circle. So when she brings
ladies, men think differently than women. That's the point.
More than likely, Miss Burgos
think
knows
differently.
Jermaine is there.
If a man is flying you out anywhere, and you're coming with your friend, and he has his boy there, his boy will expect something.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But when we get there, we're already there already. So now guess what? I show up and it's not what he thought it was.
And
I'm sorry, I don't know what you heard.
And that's where some disrespect comes up.
There you go.
How do you?
I've never been disrespected, and I've been
into a bad situation.
No, I've never been disrespected, and I've been that woman that was coming along as the tag along, and I've been the woman that was bringing a person that was tagging along, and it's never been that. It's never been that.
Really?
But it could have been.
Really?
It could have been.
Really? It could have been, but it wasn't. Because it's all about how you present yourself as a woman. At the end of the day, like if you feel like if a nigga could feel like you could be a sucker, then you a sucker. But if you not, then you not. At the end of the day,
that's not gonna stop.
But is he not gonna try you? Is he not gonna test you? Is he not gonna see? Is he not gonna try to get your pedigree up?
If I try, but this is the problem though. I'm in a relationship. Why am I putting myself in a position?
Ooh.
That niggas gonna try me.
It's the girls trip again. It's the girls trip.
This is the fucked up shit though, because 9 times out of 10, white bitch knew that Jermaine was there. Why you ain't tell me Jermaine was there?
I told you. So now you
told me I ain't coming.
Because you feel obligated.
But I'm telling you.
Nah, it's a private flight. You ain't never been on a private jet before. You trying to
There you go. You want to get on the PJ.
Yo, these private jets are for fucking 20 bands. Jermaine and IT is coming. We already there. We already took the private jet. We took the pictures. We already there. Bitch, if you don't give enough pussy, then what the fuck you gonna do?
Still not
At the end of the day, you're coming or you ain't coming. You riding with me or you not? You gonna let me go by myself? You gonna let me go meet Jermaine and IT by myself?
You gonna tell
IT?
You gonna tell IT you coming alone, so Jermaine ain't got no reason to be there.
No, bitch, you coming with me.
Bitch.
And you don't even, and she don't believe that herself, so she needs to hush her fucking mouth because she's lying on this fucking Instagram. And it's Facebook and it's YouTube and it's Spotify, and shout out to all of y'all that allow us on your platform, Google, everything. Because no, there's no way. You're hanging with me. You're going with me. You sound crazy. You already know what type of lifestyle I'm into. I'm your friend. We talk about this on a daily basis. Why would you not go with me? Like, come on. But how you conduct yourself as a woman when you get there is how you conduct yourself. Bitch, you get the bag or don't get the bag. What
so
you
sweating. You sweating. So I mean.
I ain't sweating. I'm glossy.
You shiny. You looking glossy right now. You looking glossy. You looking glossy right now.
It's all good. It's all good. I am not doubting or going against anything you just said.
Yes.
What I'm adding to the scenario is homeboy is overly aggressive and disrespectful.
Yes.
Because when you have a certain level of money and you have a certain level of money, period, you're used to a certain level of women. Now, if one woman comes with another woman, you're expecting them to both be the same. Now, they can not be the same, but birds of a feather flock together.
But
I'm addressing you like
just like your friend.
The other one has been addressed and is accepted.
You're like a pair of shoes. Same thing.
So now hold on. You can push back and you can be like, nah, I'm not that girl, whatever the case may be, and which is expected, but you're going to feel disrespected. Now, I bring all of this to say all of this. I told you not to hang out with her. That's not me being jealous. If that's what you're going to accuse it as. That's me trying to protect your well-being.
Because I love you.
Because I love you.
There you go.
So too many times jealousy is confused
That's
with
not insecurity or
and
jealousy.
too many times insecurity is used as a bad thing, and it's like the whole time I'm just trying to protect you as a person. That's all this example was. That's it. That's all.
So what is our next question?
No.
You jumping back into the comments.
No, because some people don't need protecting. I don't need you to protect
But that's a man's job.
Really? Wait. What do you mean by that?
Because you may think that I can't protect
I'm saying.
myself in that aspect. You may think that I can't speak
not
up for
what I said.
myself to Jermaine and say, Jermaine, you act like a fucking asshole. And don't fucking play with me because I smack the shit out you, Jermaine. But like, this is a lie.
I'm sorry to any Jermaines out there.
I got a knife. I'm gonna put this shit to the neck. Throw them like
That's a lie. That's a lie. He's raping me now. Now he's going to jail for real. Like, this sounds crazy.
Listen. This whole conversation brings me to the next question. Which is, I'm all over the place, y'all. Does intuition play a role in insecurity or
How do you go
jealousy?
there?
Yep, that's right here.
Yeah, I know, but that's like
I'm jumping over it down.
That's far. You didn't even get there yet.
But I wanted to get
No,
there.
but you can't.
But I felt like
Because
that
you
was
did
the perfect
it.
question to
No.
ask right now.
Don't use my
Y'all
notes.
let us know what's the next question. Go ahead, ladies.
The
I'll
next
let Miss
question
Corey
is,
lead.
first of all, what is jealousy?
She's not a team player right now?
She's not a team player right now. What is jealousy and what causes jealousy? I think insecurity causes jealousy. I think past experiences causes jealousy. I feel like cheating causes jealousy. I feel like you not being the person you told me you were supposed to be causes jealousy. Whew. All that. You being too friendly causes jealousy. I see you giving somebody what you're supposed to be giving me is jealousy. You looking at her too hard, that's jealousy. But it all stems from insecurity too. I definitely believe insecurity causes jealousy.
There you
go. Okay, so Mason, what do you feel like is jealousy?
What do I feel like is jealousy? Didn't we answer that question? Is that the
No,
question?
we didn't. We never even got to the jealousy. We started talking about insecurity.
We talked about insecurity and we didn't.
And we ran from there.
Because I don't know how we got there. Our conversation.
My example kind of took us all over the place.
Yeah,
Yes, it did.
I blame it on myself.
But what you said, Mason, that wasn't insecurity or jealousy. You was just looking out for your lady, telling her something. That's it.
But she would
Watch her friend.
classify that as both jealousy and being insecure.
Yes.
That's
because I'm
nowhere
telling her,
near
don't hang
it.
out.
Nowhere near it.
Exactly. But that's the example that usually gets
But
brought
we
up.
can use that on you guys too when we say we don't want you hanging out with your whole ass homeboy.
Ooh, the whole ass homeboy.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay.
Whole ass
Yo.
Okay. That's understood. I got a homeboy. I got a homeboy. He out here.
Hold on, Black Panther. Hold on. I promise you, as soon as we're done, we're gonna jump into you. I promise.
Pause.
Sorry, pause.
I'm not jumping into any man.
Does that make you jealous or insecure when it comes to the whole ass homeboy? Because everybody got somebody with a whole ass homeboy. Side panel. Do you have somebody with a whole ass homeboy? You have a whole ass homeboy. Yeah,
you have a whole ass homeboy. Anyways, whole ass homeboy. I don't think that comes from a place of insecurity, but maybe a slight place of jealousy. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to protect you. Between a man and a woman is we usually are really insecure and jealous. So it's really coming from both of those places. Now, for a man, it really may come from a place of protection. But for me, it's because I don't trust your whole ass friend.
Yeah,
and I know your whole ass friend is gonna be like, yo, I just got this bitch. She got a friend. What's up? You're trying to go with us. She's trying to slide with us. And because you feel like you have to, because you don't want to be, how they call it these days, a simp, you gonna go and you gonna slide with the homie and the shorty. You may not hit, but you going with them. Now, what you supposed to be with them? Because now she rubbing on your ears and she rubbing on the back of your head and she rubbing on your neck. That's too much.
I just want to know what is this supposed to mean?
That when the shoe is on the other foot, 9 times out of 10, it is coming from an insecure place or a place of jealousy. When I don't want you to go hang out with your whole ass friend. So that is the.
Do you think Shorty's gonna rape me?
Yes.
She might. I really think that.
Now you're not answering truthfully.
No. To be honest with you, I think
if you want her to rape you, she's gonna rape you.
I think.
If I want to, but I'm 6'5" and 2.
In my perspective, I think that it is easier for a woman to turn a man down than it is for a man to turn a woman down. I feel like women can be like, you're no. But I feel like if a bitch be like, let me suck your dick, you're going to be like, if I let her suck my dick and I don't fuck her, it's okay. Like,
I don't know who you be hanging out with, but I've turned many
with? Like
I don't
niggas
know
should,
who y'all be hanging out
niggas
with.
should, men should just be just as like secure of their dick as a woman is of their pussy.
But I don't
Like
believe
it's
that
not
that's the
just
case.
as valuable.
I don't
It's
believe
not.
that is the
Niggas
case.
want to give it out to everybody, but they shouldn't. They should want to be
I
more
don't
secure
believe
with
that
it.
is
Like,
the case. I believe
do you
that
think
men
that your
can
dick
be
is
helped.
valuable? Does it
Yeah,
bring?
that's why I should share it with everyone.
Is that
Everyone
a
gets it.
real question right there? That?
Oh my gosh! Like what?
Wait. Is that a real question right
You
there?
get value. You get value.
You don't get the dick. You get the dick.
I'm lying. I don't even believe that, but it's funny. Go ahead, Mel. You answer that because I was just joking.
I'm saying men of a certain status, all women want a certain demographic of men. They want a certain lifestyle of men. So all of the women are chasing the same guys. So those guys have the options to pick. They get to pick.
And turn down. Because if
There
you're
you go.
picking,
They
you're
get to
saying I
pick.
want you, but I don't want you. That should
Undesirables,
be
the
the goal.
desirables, all of them. They're
That should
all
be the
chasing
goal.
the same guys. That's what I was telling you last time with hypergamy. You want a guy that's doing at the same level as you or better.
Right.
And what's the percentage of guys out here that's doing way better than you?
Well, what is the percentage? Do you have them?
18%.
18%.
18% of guys are making at least $75,000 a year. Do you know that? I live in New York. This is a major city, so a lot of guys are making that when they're running it down out here. But across the country, 18% of guys are making that much money per year.
Yeah, what is the median income in
The median
America?
income in the country for men is $40,100.
That sounds about right.
Right.
Tremor, I want to thank you for your statistics.
I don't give a fuck about them, but I want to thank you.
You know when somebody be popping this shit, but they don't got the facts to back it up? Tremor got the facts to back it up!
But you're supposed to know the game. That's what it is out here. That's what's happening. The birth rate is super decreased since all this feminism has been happening. The birth rate has dropped a lot drastically. Look at the statistics.
The birth rate?
Yes, the marriage rate.
We don't want to have
divorce.
more.
We don't want to have y'all babies because y'all ain't shit.
I just pulled up the statistics, by the way. Here you go. Google is our friend.
Okay, let's drop.
So $31,000 is the average in 2019.
That's everybody or just black?
That's everybody. Let's just go everybody.
Okay.
We just being average.
That's the people who's having babies. 31,000 people.
No. That's the average income.
Income in the United States as of 2019.
Oh my God, that's the average income.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? You don't.
People have an unrealistic. Go ahead.
That's why when a lot of women are saying they want a 6-figure dude, do you understand what you're asking for when you say that? Do you understand that when you say you don't want the men that's not making that, what you're saying to them, you're shitting on them off the rip?
I think that
Off the
sometimes
rip.
things comes off as like I am saying I'm shitting on them, but what I'm saying is I just personally don't think that you could support a family on a minimum wage.
There you go. So now we got to think about all that now. We getting good now.
If that is the case, we're not talking about roles in this episode, but if that is the case, if you're working a minimum wage job, but you are sitting here with the room for growth and you know you need to grow and you know you need to be better, that is different from being comfortable in your position.
Room to growth? All right. So how much do you think your income is going to grow over the next 20 years? If that's the median. You just looked at the median. So that's everybody. So you think you're going to break the median? What's the percentage of people that actually do that?
There is a percentage that you can actually do that.
Yeah, listen, we're not going off that. There is a chance that you can. We're talking about the actual. The actual. What's reality here? We're not going off of hopes and dreams. We're going off of what's actually attainable here.
Okay, so what's actually obtainable is at one point in time I was making 31,000. Right? Okay. And then I kind of created somewhat of a goal to make about 70,000. Right? And that's not six figures. That's why I say I don't make six figures. But by myself as a single family household with just me, myself, and my children, I can easily make $70,000 because I created that for myself.
You're a business owner. You have a high value skill.
I'm sorry?
I say you're a business owner and you have a high value skill that you can achieve that.
Yeah, but I didn't learn that in school. That's just me being a person.
I'm not. School doesn't have to give you that. You can have that in many ways. But I'm saying.
So
okay.
So in real life, this is what I sought out to accomplish for myself as a person. So each person is capable of obtaining these type of things. So when we both come together, now we are $200,000 household incomes because we can easily be that.
What do you think it costs to raise a family of three? So a family of three, a comfortable life. You have the kids' college fund put aside. What do you think it costs?
Have you ever been inside of the welfare office in New York City?
See, we're not living off the system.
That's a problem right there. But I'm gonna let that go.
I never lived off the system, but I'm saying, listen, we're not talking about people that's living on the poverty line.
I want to know because when you go inside of I'm asking this for a reason, and this is not to degrade anyone.
Yeah.
But when you go inside the welfare office in New York City, they say that you need at least $100,000 a year to be able to support one child.
There you go.
That's the statistic. In order to be above poverty lines, to support one child, you need $100,000 a year.
There you go.
Each child that you have. Do you have $200,000 a year? Do I have $200,000 a year?
Do you see what I'm saying?
So knowing the statistics, how do you expect a woman to accept something that's...
Yeah, because when I go to welfare office as a woman, and you my man, and you ain't making that, and we ain't making that, and we're a little bit below that, then that makes me feel like a little bit insecure.
So here's the thing about welfare and that whole system. That's not designed for
you to have
a couple
to
be a successful couple. I'm gonna just leave it there. It's really designed for
you to be a
person, and it's benefiting to somebody to not be with their mate. Like
there you go. Because it hurts the man.
It just really is. So that is really a hard one to swallow. And on top of that, like New York is a really bad example because if you look at New York and when you look at affordable housing, you damn near need to be making six figures to get one of those lottery houses. And those lottery houses are supposed to be at the bottom of the barrel, but they're really not. But those lottery houses you need to make at least $100,000 for you to get one of those good apartments. And for them, that's saying
you guys should move. You guys should move to a different state.
I'm just letting you know, New York is a bad example. New York is not the prototypical example of the country. Now you go to Wyoming, life is totally different. Like for $600, I'm living like a king. Like bring me my grapes and shit. Like
big house.
It's different.
Big driveway.
So exactly, you go to Atlanta, the
amount of money. Need a cow, need a horse, and a buggy.
All that shit. But in New York City, like a 2-bedroom will cost you like $3,000. You can take $3,000 and go down south and be, when I tell you plush. I mean,
you be the man.
Ground pool, all that stuff. I mean, you making it rain on these hoes, the whole nine. It's not the same. So demographic does matter as well as physical location. So all that stuff has a role to play in it. So that's unfair to say that you go into the office.
So do you think that those type of things play a role into insecurity versus jealousy, or how are we here?
I said before, that's internal issues. All internal. You should be over whatever past traumas you went through before you start something new. You can't just go and start something new with somebody and still be dealing with your insecurities from your last time. He was calling you fat and this and that. He don't want to see you naked. He telling you gotta lose weight. You can't take that to the next guy. But what makes you think that he has to take that from you? Like, I'm not comfortable.
So my man was telling me that I'm fat and he don't want to have sex with the lights on and all this other stuff and X, Y, and Z. How do I get over that before I get to the next guy?
Therapy. That is therapy.
This nigga told me I was fat.
Go see a therapist. Yes.
I'm not going
to get that out your system.
Nigga.
Listen. Speaking as a person that I've sat in therapy. You understand? I say everybody should go if you deal with your past demons. Go speak to a therapist.
I believe in that.
I believe in therapy, but I'm not going just because one nigga out of however many told me I was fat and I should go. I'm not.
So you don't feel like you have anything that you need to put aside from the past?
I definitely feel like I will be seeking therapy soon for a lot of reasons. Not just because somebody called me fat, because the person who called me fat ain't even shit. But I know I definitely have some things I need to.
And that's healthy.
That's
you hear me?
Great thing.
And that's healthy. Hell yeah.
I agree. I know people right now who are receiving therapy, and I'm seeing the fruits of their labor. So I feel like it's definitely something I want to explore.
Oh, shout out to people who receive therapy because we think that's a great tool to use if you need it. Absolutely. So shout out to you guys. But so Tramel Black Panther says that jealousy and insecurity are kind of like the same thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am.
Are you saying that you just need to seek therapy in itself overall?
Yes, because you see all that insecurity with yourself. Again, I don't feel those things. If I know I'm handling my business, I don't feel that. And jealousy, I'm not feeling that. I'm not jealous.
What if I'm not jealous?
You never know what somebody did or what they went through to get what they have. You understand? You never know. So you don't even know if you're willing to go through what they went through. You understand?
My question.
Y'all not willing to be Bernice. Y'all don't want to be Bernice.
So I'm not. You never know. So that's why you never jealous or envy anybody. Forget that.
Shout out to her in IT.
Social media is cap. That's cap city. All right. Everybody be capping on it.
Okay. So now my whole thing is that what if I say that intuition plays a part? What if I say I'm not jealous? I just have an intuition.
So you psychic now. You psychic.
No. I might be a little bit.
Professor Xavier.
You know,
Professor Xavier now.
Really, guys?
You felt one day you wanted to go through his home.
I felt the
like
vibration.
Women have an intuition that's out of this world. Let me tell you, it's something that you men cannot feel. Women have intuition that are like you could just I can see you breathe and I can know, oh my God, he breathed differently today. Where was he at 2:00 in the morning at 2:36 in 4 seconds? I know that he wasn't here. And I'm gonna find out.
You know what that is?
Which
it's not intuition. You could call it intuition, but it's your recognition of pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's intuition. It's intuition.
It's your recognition of pattern.
Yes.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Let me tell you. Girls, you know, I'll tell you something. Women are amazing at something that's called charting. If you do anything with stocks and you understand anything with stocks, it's something called charting. Charting is 100% just recognizing patterns.
The patterns.
Y'all are amazing at recognizing patterns. Y'all do really good in stock investments. Because y'all realize dips. Y'all realize. So for instance, I'm gonna tell you how stupid men are and how smart you guys are. So let me tell you how smart you guys are. Y'all notice things. I really remember that video I sent y'all. I wish I could play that video. I may need to play that video about establishing patterns, and when patterns are broken, you guys are aware. For instance, if a guy comes in, right, and he never showers before he goes to bed, and all of a sudden he starts showering, you're gonna be like, what's going on? Now, common folks would be like, that's intuition. No, that's recognizing the pattern. The pattern is he never showers. Now he showers. He's a dirty nigga. But that's not the case. But that's not the case. Another thing is, he always parks his car in a certain way. He didn't park his car this way. Why is he not parking his car? Why is the seat back? Why is all these questions
all the little things you'll see it. All the small things you'll
patterns. See it. Those are patterns, and when I start talking to a girl, and after a while I notice that she knows exactly what I'm gonna do, I try to change it up.
You switch up the pattern on her. Yep. Just on purpose.
Y'all don't even like that. Honestly, y'all don't like that.
On purpose.
I don't want to go to the same place every night.
She's used to you calling or texting her a certain way, so you switch the pattern.
She be like, "Hey, what's wrong?"
Let me tell you
what's wrong.
Women is and how dumb niggas are.
Niggas is
Let me tell you.
We know this.
It's
It don't even got nothing to do with pattern all the time. You can call this pattern, but it's possible.
It is pattern.
I'm gonna ask you what you did today, right?
Okay.
You gonna tell me from A to Z how your day went, right?
A to Z?
I didn't even go say nothing. But I know what you said from A to Z. I'm gonna wait a couple days. I'm gonna ask you again.
How was the day?
What you did today? I promise you that A to Z is in a different fucking order. Something don't switch either the A to
But that's my
Depends on who you're dealing with. Depends on who you're dealing with.
Nah.
Depends on who you're dealing with.
Y'all don't never remember the lies y'all tell. That's how y'all always get caught up.
Depends on who you're dealing with. I'm telling you.
Out there right now listening to us. These niggas don't never
Not every man is as meticulous as that. But I'm telling you, every
everybody's
man
not as meticulous as that. But every nigga don't never remember the lie. Now it may be a week for you, he gonna forget. It may be 2 weeks. It may be a month, but that nigga gonna forget what he told you. And because we so good on patterns, right, Mason? Patterns and seeing the change, something in that story is gonna change.
But do you know why you think like that?
Why I think like that?
Why you think like that? Because you've had experience.
I've had experience.
Your experience lets you know that that's out of the pattern.
That's out of the pattern.
Your experience knows. Your experience knows. Your experience tells you that for you to check somebody, this is what you got to do. Boom, 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 boom. Exactly.
And keep asking the same thing over and over.
It works.
It won't be the same question necessarily, but it's gonna be related. And I promise you, if you're doing anything wrong, fucking with Lizzie, baby, you getting caught up. Getting caught up. I'm gonna figure it out because I'm just that type of person.
But here's the adverse part of that. Do you want a man to tell you the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I definitely want the man to tell me the whole truth.
You sure about that? I don't think so.
I'm positive.
We've had the truth all the time.
Mouth before, and I am a type of bitch that I respect the truth. I want you to.
Mel wasn't here, so Mel, tell her your point of view.
Tell you, Mel. Let me tell you before you give me my point of view.
No, I'm saying, but you can't.
Let me give you my point of view real quick. I respect the truth. If you lie to me and I find out you lied to me, there's no conversation. But if you tell me the truth and I hear it from your mouth and not somebody else's mouth, we may be able to deal with this a different type of way. If you do some shit,
that's the
you
parenting
better
shit.
have the balls enough to hold it down. Get it, right?
My kids the same shit. You better tell me before somebody else tells me.
Let somebody else tell me. It's curtains for you. Curtains. Fishes. You going swimming. Yeah, Mr. Black Panther, what you gotta tell me?
Yeah, that's not true. I don't accept that because you're always going to hold on to that. So you can't deal with taking in that truth. You're always going to use that against the guy.
That's not
true.
You
going to move on? Are you going to be able to move on after he tells you the truth?
Who can clean the slate and move forward?
Wait. So if he tells you, all right, I got a little drunk, I got my dick sucked, I didn't mean to, and he just tell you the truth flat out. Do you feel like you could deal with that?
I can deal with that. Okay. Now, if you come to me and tell me, yo, babe, there's levels to it. Never Mason, I got levels to my cheating. If you come to me and you tell me, yo, babe, I got drunk, I got my dick sucked, I fucked this bitch and she's pregnant, you a dog. We ain't talking about nothing.
See, we didn't go as far as wait. We didn't go as far as saying that he brought something home. He brought home a baby. He brought home an STD. We didn't go as far as saying that. You know what I mean? That's a messy motherfucker. That's a messy dude. That dude is messy.
I was the bitch that if you fucked up, we can have a conversation because you came to me as a real ass nigga. Like, yo, I fucked up. I respect real ass shit. I'm not now if that bitch come to me before you come to me, that's a problem. Because now not only did you disrespect me, you got somebody feeling comfortable enough to address me.
But overall, he's a messy dude. He moving like that. He messy.
Who's perfect in this world? If you can point me to a perfect person, I'll shut up.
If a dude wait. If a dude has a lady, right, and then you step out, or you didn't use protection, you bring home a baby, or you bring something home to your lady, you a messy motherfucker. It's not about being perfect.
Or a messy motherfucker, and that's where there's no conversation to be had. But not only are you disrespecting my relationship that I have with you and the love that we share, you're disrespecting my body.
There you go.
You don't care enough about me to
that means exactly. There you go. That's it. He didn't care about you.
That goes to the cheating shit. You could have cheated with the bitch and used the condom. I may respond differently. You could have just got your dick sucked and didn't even hit. I may respond differently. But now you done had a baby.
But will you be able to move forth from that point forth? You will not bring it up. You'll let it go.
What's the situation?
That he got his dick sucked.
I'm moving forward.
That's it. You will not bring it up again. You will not sit there and act
I may not give you
that is definitely our real.
That's it's not a lot of bitches.
You think that's cat too, right? Am I bugging Mason?
That's cat. Now I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna feel some type of way, and I want to know why you feel comfortable enough to let a bitch suck your dick. Can I go out here and get my pussy ate? Probably can't, right? So you might be in a little doghouse for a little while, but that's
Are you saying that sexually men see sex as the same thing as women?
No, sexually men can fuck a bitch and it means absolutely nothing to them.
All right.
Nothing. You can go get your dick sucked and don't even remember the bitch name.
Okay.
That's why it's not that big of a deal. Women can do the same thing, but
not all women, not most women. Corey, you don't count, Corey. Go back.
Fucking on you. I cannot wait for us to have a cheating conversation. If a bitch is fucking on you though, she knew this nigga or this bitch for a minute. They done had conversation. They done hung out. There's some type of
she's emotionally attached to a guy. You're saying.
A nigga can go to a party and fuck a bitch tonight, don't know her name, ain't never seen her before, and ain't never gonna see her again. That's why I look at cheating from a different point of view. At the end of the day, you ain't trying to build nothing with nobody. You out here just fucking bitches. Now, is that okay? Well, it's not. Everybody is liable to make mistakes. What you do from that point determines where we going. Now, I'm not saying get your dick sucked today. I'm taking you back. You go get your dick sucked tomorrow. That's a problem. That's a pattern now. Now it's a pattern and you gotta go. But it's not a write-off if you went to a party and you fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Corey, what you think?
What happened?
I feel like
Corey, what you think? If your man came home and told you straight up, he told you the truth, he got his dick sucked, he got a little twisted, are you going to walk away and be like, okay, that's okay?
She's walking away.
I'm all right.
It depends on the circumstance.
I think she's walking away.
This is a new answer. This is a new answer. Go ahead. I want to hear this. This is a new answer.
No, it does. Because
that's a new answer.
We've talked about previously rich
but that was not your answer. Go ahead.
We've talked about rich and cheating. And we've talked about like all types of things. Generally, is cheating okay for me? No. You getting your dick sucked? You might not have been sucking your dick that week. And you know what? You want your dick sucked. And that's what happened.
So because I didn't suck your dick, you went out here and got it.
No, that's not acceptable, guys.
What if I just have somebody on staff that's just my regular dick sucker, just in case?
See, that's a problem, though.
Because maybe you don't like sucking my dick. So maybe I go.
Maybe you don't do it often enough. Maybe you don't do it often enough.
So it's okay. So I'll just employ.
Who are you?
How do we get this to insecurity versus jealousy? What is
this all comes from insecurity, though. You're cheating because of insecurity. You're cheating because of insecurity. People cheat because of insecurities. People fucking feel some type of way.
Cheating
or insecurity comes from cheating.
So
wait. Did you just say people? So the guy's getting his dicks up because he's insecure?
No, I'm not talking about y'all.
No, there are guys out here who claim to be getting their dick sucked because they are insecure.
I want to hear something I heard.
That's true.
Bullshit.
I cheated because I wanted to see if I still had it.
If I still had it.
Yeah, that's kind of true though.
That's insecurity though.
No. That's a level of insecurity, but it's true.
So if you're the man, you know you're the man, and nobody else gotta tell you you're the man.
Exactly.
Because in your heart,
Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, right? But every once in a while, he got to dunk that basketball.
What?
Michael Jordan is always going to be Michael Jordan. But every once in a while, he's got to dunk that basketball.
He still got game.
You can literally go online and look at Michael Jordan playing basketball.
Make sure he's not rusty.
Dunk the basketball. You're supposed to know that you can dunk the basketball.
Are you literally
You've been dunking the basketball for years? No.
He is. He is.
I'm not. I'm using that example. I'm using that example.
If you've been dunking the basketball for years, you know you can dunk the basketball. So why you want to make sure you still can?
You're saying he hang up his jersey. He trying to make sure he still got game.
You insecure. Admit it. You insecure. You want to make sure.
It is a level. It's a level. I'm not doubting. I'm not disagreeing with you. It is a level of insecurity.
If you know if you know you to go, if you feel in your heart or your heart, fuck or it. Can't nobody else convince you that you the fucking it. There's nothing that you can do or someone else can do for you to convince you the fuck that you're the fuck it. I don't believe
you still gotta let niggas know every once in a while.
My nigga, Jordan is Jordan. So? He's Jordan niggas
as a man.
Well, he's what?
No, excuse me. No, please, sir.
You tell me about how Michael Jordan as a man feels. Go ahead.
Niggas wear his shoes.
She can't though, but she can't. You can't tell him.
He can't tell me this, but I'm gonna let her talk.
You can't tell him how men feel. You can't.
Go ahead though. I want to hear this. Come on. Tell me about how Kobe and Michael Jordan played on the same team or some shit. I don't know.
You know what you think?
You know I love you. This is love. This is all love. Go ahead. Though. Talk. Go ahead.
Listen.
Get to it.
Nobody convinced you that you are you other than you. So Michael Jordan, if you still out here dunking just to make sure that you got
that he still got hops.
That you still got the hops and you still could dunk, you still could take it to the hole and whatever else it is. You don't need to be doing that because we know that you got that. People that don't even know real shit, people who don't even know who Jordan is wearing Jordan. But if at this day and age, this generation,
that has nothing to do with the game of basketball.
But if you still feel like you got
so let me. I'm gonna give you an example when you're done.
No.
Tag me in when you're done.
You got a better one? Tell her. A better example for them?
I'm gonna tag you in.
Tag me in when you're done.
Mason.
Yeah.
When you wore Jordan as a kid, was it because you felt like you could fly like Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Okay, Tramel. Black 247. Sorry. When you wore Jordans as a kid, was it because you felt like it would take you to the hole like Jordan?
Exactly.
Yes or no?
That was the point.
Okay.
Since I was a kid.
Side panel. When you wore Jordans as a kid, was it because you felt like it would take you to the hole? Okay.
Pause.
What you mean? Oh my God! It's taking you to the hole for the holes, or it's taking you to the hole for the hole? I don't know. Whatever it is, but it's taking you to the hole. So my whole point is, at the end of the day, Jordan, you should always feel like you can get taken to the hole.
But if
here's what I'm gonna let you know.
Security.
It's actually just ego. It's not even. I don't know if it's both.
There you go.
It's ego. And I'm gonna tell you how
that's the right word for it. That's the right word for it.
It's ego. So I know I'm Michael Jordan. Yeah, I know I'm fucking I know I'm fine. I don't have to.
I'm that dude. I had all these records. I won all these rings. But still,
I don't have to fuck you to know to let people know that I'm still that dude. But the fact that you're willing is probably enough for me. So Michael Jordan doesn't have to go out and play a full-on NBA game, but the fact that he steps on the court and he could pull back and shoot, or he could jump
still
up
go
and
to
dunk.
ABC camps and show them young boys that he could do it.
Exactly.
Easy.
So every once in a while, you gotta let people know, hey, I'm still the man. So that's the ego part of it. So what I'm saying is, if you bring it to the normal man and stuff like that, and it's like a good looking man. What happened?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now we just now we just going crazy.
Listen, I'm a guy of a certain age, so I will never say LeBron. I will never.
You two are in the middle of the best of the best. So I just want to know, LeBron or Michael Jordan.
As far as what?
I don't know.
Pick one.
Pick one. Pick a person. Pick two living people and pick which one you want to live or die. What do we?
I could be like Iverson, Michael Jordan, and LeBron.
Who's the GOAT?
I promise you,
who's the GOAT?
Would be the bottom.
Who's the GOAT?
Who's the bottom? What?
Who's the GOAT?
Who's the greatest of all time?
Who's the GOAT? What? Listen.
Who's the greatest
LeBron's
of all
not
time?
finished. LeBron's not finished, so you can't.
He's still playing. 17 seasons in.
You can never make that comparison until he's done.
Are y'all saying that LeBron is the GOAT? I'm just trying to.
You can't make that comparison until he's done. You're comparing an unfinished product with a finished product. Like it's a fully done house versus like a house that's not done yet. Like you can't compare the two. Like, which would you rather live in right now? I would live in the house that's complete because the house is complete versus the house that's not complete. It don't got a roof yet. Like you can't compare the two. It's
always playing it safe. That's what y'all two niggas is always doing.
I'm playing safe.
Wow, they're playing it safe.
Next question. Next question.
The last question is
trying to bully me into picking.
Have you yourself either suffered from insecurity or jealousy? Please share your story.
I'm scratching.
I'm scratching. I'm knocking my ear.
Who's going first? Lizzie's scratching. She goes first.
Who's going first?
I share my story. I've had stories.
I need my own screen now.
Jealousy, I'm definitely a jealous person. I'm a Leo, and naturally we are very territorial. So if I feel like you're overstepping your bounds, I will make it known.
When I was younger, for sure. For me.
Are you a Leo?
No, Libra.
Libra.
Oh, you crazy. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, right now.
All on the plate. Listen.
That's a timeout, but I know what you mean.
She's a Leo. I'm an Aries, and I think we're both fire signs.
Yes.
So with that being said, I'm a very jealous person naturally, like, but not outwardly. And like me as a person, like, I don't really get jealous of other women. Like, I don't know. 5 pianos. Do I be jealous? Am I a jealous woman? Would you consider me as a jealous woman? No. I'm not a jealous woman because I allow you to have friendships. I allow you to have relationships outside of me, not like physical or like,
I will
too in depth. But I allow you to have friendships. Like I believe that, like my girlfriend, my boyfriend, whoever can have relationships outside of me. Like you might be cool with your ex-girlfriend from high school. You might be cool with your best friend from
ex-girlfriend from high school together.
We.
Oh,
it don't have to be we because
I want to be here. Hi, how you doing?
See, this is the thing. We are not the same. We don't like the same things. The same people that you might like to hang out with might really like make you as a person. Like, they might make you feel like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, like you're awesome. They might like invoke you as a person. Like me personally, I might not like your friends. Your friends might not do shit for me. I mean, like your friends are dumb as shit, but you know what? Those are your friends. They're girls, they're guys, whatever is the case, and that's who you like. And I don't like them, and I don't want to be friends with them. But you can be friends with them because they're not gonna stop you from being. I don't want to be friends with them with you because it takes up too much of my time because I want to be friends with my own friends. So that's me, Cordy, the Aries, the person, whatever. And Mason, what do you think?
That was a very in-depth.
I know.
I
have to make sure I clarify because I don't never want nobody to mix my words.
Okay, I get you. So the question is, have I ever been jealous
or insecure?
I think that I have. Like at some point, I'd be lying if I said that at no point have I never been jealous or insecure. I'm a Pisces, so I guess what does that mean?
Oh, Jesus!
I don't know what that means.
You're emotional.
Right, so I'm emotional, which is funny because a lot of like relationships, the thing is that I'm not emotional. Yeah, that's
No.
basically
Yeah,
what
we
they
are.
said.
There's a difference between male Pisces and
Male
and
Pisces
female
wear their
Pisces.
hearts on their sleeves.
No, they don't.
I believe so.
No, they don't.
I believe so.
They are male. I've dated male Pisces, and male Pisces have been more so like, oh, you go out there and you do whatever you want to do. I might still love you, but I might love you from a distance, but I'm gonna still love you though. But it's more so like, you do you and do whatever makes you happy because I'm gonna do with me and whatever makes me happy. Those are male Pisces. I've never experienced a male Pisces like they're so into themselves and believe so much into themselves, but they don't really give a fuck what you do. Because if you missing out on that, bitch, you done missed
Where do I
out.
find this book that you're reading?
I don't know. It's no book that I'm reading. I've just personally had my own experience.
Experience. Ooh, I just wanted you to say experience.
Anecdotal.
I just wanted you to say it's based
It's a
on your
Libra
experience.
to me. Them niggas is
Whack.
Wow.
sorry, Mr. Black Panther.
But wouldn't that be anecdotal? That's the Libras you've dealt with, right?
When's your birthday?
The 29th of September.
Oh,
Okay.
poor thing.
Poor thing.
Have you ever experienced insecurities or jealousy?
Yes.
When I was a younger man, for sure. When I was like in high school. Younger
Okay.
man.
And as
Definitely
But
answered
as I got older and came into my own, nah. I don't get jealous off of any of that. I don't get insecure, nothing like that.
Because you're more diplomatic. So for you, it's more so of a thing that if you like him, then that's what you like.
There you go.
If you don't like him, right?
If you like what? Hold on,
No, for the woman.
if
So
you're
if a
dating a
woman,
woman and the woman likes somebody that's not you, you're just more so like, oh, you like him? Oh, if you like him, you don't like me.
right?
Yeah, there you go. I'm all
Right.
right with that.
Yeah,
Perfectly sure.
that's a Libra. That's a Libra. Sorry that we took it to astrological.
I really believe
Astrology.
it definitely helps to find who you are as a person. But
I have a book on that stuff too. So I mean, you're wrong about Libras, but all right.
I think y'all a little crazy. Crazy. It's a little.
That's it about every sign.
You know what I mean?
I
don't think every sign is crazy, but I definitely feel like
every sign has it crazy. But
yeah,
have I personally suffered from insecurity or jealousy? Absolutely. I think, wow, did that surprise you guys? Oh, look at them. They tuned in. They pulled up their cups. They pulled up their like chairs. Like, what makes you?
Tell me more.
I've been an insecure. No, don't want to say insecure. I think that jealousy was something that I struggled with as a younger woman. In my younger woman stages, I think that just looking at different types of women and how they were in what men referenced or what they were what they preferred versus what they actually had going on and who I was as a person definitely made me a little bit insecure.
It's very convoluted. You got to be a little simpler than that.
I can't be no simpler than that because I'm very very
complicated.
Complicated person, so I don't know how to be more simpler. Like, what do you want me to say?
If I knew, I would say it for you. But so what? Say that again.
Did I fuck you up?
Yeah.
All right. So let me bring it back.
Explain it to me.
In
like
my younger,
years old.
Okay, when I was in my 20s, I think I was a little insecure of like a much older woman, a woman who knew her place and like what she should be, like her place more than anything, because I know who I was as a woman, but I wasn't there, right? So that made me a little insecure, like, oh my gosh, this nigga wants me to cook him dinner when he comes home. This person wants me to do this, that, and the third. Like, I was like, oh my God, I just thought that this was cool. Like, this is cool. Me being me showing up, me being myself was cool enough. I wasn't jealous.
You felt all these things, but you didn't show that to the public, right? Like, or to people.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
I know because I've known you that long. So,
you know me in real life, but no, but it as far as being, I don't feel like I was insecure though. I don't feel like I was a woman that was like, oh my God, this person could take this person from me, because I've always been secure with myself as who I was as a person, if that makes sense. Like, I felt like who I was that was showing up to the plate was valuable enough to be able to accommodate who you were expecting.
At what age or what point did you get so comfortable with your sexuality?
What? What?
At what point? At what point in like there's a comfort level with your sexiness and a confidence in your sexiness and a confidence
Mm-hmm.
in your
That you
like
know who you were.
exactly that you knew who you were. And some of that has to do with your sexuality. So that's why I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
how comfortable or when did you find that you were comfortable with that? Because
I,
that does play a role in why you feel the way you feel, in my
There you
opinion.
go.
For me, it was
Sorry to be
always
calling you out on a live like this, but
I mean, you got me out here this time. Normally I got y'all out here, but it's okay. But I don't want to say that I've ever 100% became okay. It wasn't until my sister came to me and said, "You have a certain level of sexy that eludes people, kind of makes people like it allures people in, and it makes people want to know like more about you." And I didn't know that about myself. You know what I mean? So that's why I wasn't never insecure, because people always liked me, and people always wanted to do things for me, and people always wanted to seek me out versus me seeking them out, or me feeling like I had to
Pretty
show.
privileged.
I guess you could call it privilege, and to some
Yeah.
extent, right? If that makes sense. But I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that I was privileged at a point in time. Like I was
No, it's
like,
pretty privilege. You say that's the right
oh,
word to say it.
yes, it's called pretty
Pretty
privilege.
privilege.
It's called pretty
Uh-huh.
privilege. I talk about this in my
Uh-huh.
whole stuff, right? So it's called pretty privilege, and I didn't know I had that until my sister kind of compared me to like some Rihanna type of shit, and I was like, what? I don't have no like Rihanna sex appeal and all this other things like that. But then when I noticed how people would address me or try to come off to me, then it made me feel more so like maybe I do. Maybe they see something in me that I don't necessarily see in myself. Sexiness is not something that you have to try to do. It's something that's actually natural to you.
but
So
there's
does sexiness
a
have something to do with insecurity, jealousy, and all that other stuff? The
it has
level of
everything to
sex.
do with it. Yes, it does because it's the confidence, and the confidence leads to the lack of jealousy and the lack of insecurity because you're confident in who you are. But that could be like when you have those moments, it could put you in two different ways. Like I'm terrible at taking compliments. So if you say something to me and it's a compliment, I'm not the best at taking those scenarios. And I know that about myself. And that could seem as insecure. It could seem as, me not being confident, but it's just like, you know what? Like I don't want a big head. So that's how I am. So you can take the same scenario and put different people in it, and they take it differently. Like you took it and you was like, oh wow, I never realized I was like that, and you ran with it. Like you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I get free shit and I'm like, this is kind of wrong. This is kind of crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't take it as something that I run with. But like you know what I'm saying? Like I've had girls buy me drinks at a bar and I feel totally demasculated. I'll just be like, this is crazy, but they mean it as a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same scenario. Like, somebody buys you a drink, you thinking it's the normal shit. Like, buy my friends some drinks too, and we all having drinks. Hey, so that's why I asked you that question.
Right. No, I definitely feel like
I really don't try to know that this crazy and abusive.
Yo,
Been abusing me this last couple of hours.
Lizzie? When did you get that confidence? When did the confidence come to you that you knew that you was that bitch? Quote unquote.
Early
I didn't say
20s,
that.
late 20s.
I didn't say that. She said that.
I probably feel like I might have became more this way within the last couple of years.
Right.
Um, I think that throughout my years of living, I went
That's
from
so
being
morbid.
insecure. Yeah, I ain't that old, but I went from being
Throughout my
insecure
years of living.
to being somebody who needed a person to be like, "You're beautiful. You're this. You're that. You're this. You're that." To now, I'm so independent that I myself know, and I can look at myself and be like, "You're beautiful," despite whatever weight gain or whatever. I'm comfortable in who the fuck I am. And there's
As
nobody on this planet who could ever make me feel different about it. Like, I think that it's weird to me because I feel like this is probably the heaviest I've ever been in my life, but the most confident. And I feel like usually that's the other way around. When you're one of these little skinny hoes, you be like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'll be like, people be like, yeah, you fat. And I'm like, yup, and I'm the prettiest, sexiest fat bitch you'll ever meet in your motherfucking life. And I'll fuck your dad.
Yo, I hate that that's your go-to move. That's your 3-point shot.
Dad.
Fuck your dad.
You want to fuck him up, fuck his dad. But
that won't really fuck me up. I'll be like, wow, you found him? Good job.
Within these last couple of years, I want to say probably within the last 3 to 4 years, I've definitely gotten to a level of confidence that I've never been at.
That's what's
okay. Up. And I think that's dope.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to say that even though this is the heaviest that you've been, this is definitely the happiest that I've seen you in your life.
Because I'm content with who I am. I think that that's something that's hard to acquire as a person, is to be content in who the fuck you are, despite whatever flaws you may have. And I know that I'm flawed and I am not perfect. But in my world, I'm that big.
That big.
You're the only one that gets an applause. Okay.
Yes, and this needs to be a real talk.
No offense to the rest of us.
Wow. No, I'm serious though. It's hard. It's hard, especially as somebody that's like, I don't even want to say how much weight.
I wanted to say the last time that I don't want to say the last time, but a time that I can remember that I was really insecure is when I was a little girl. And back then, light-skinned girls were the fuck it.
That's what I wanted you to get to earlier.
Yeah, come on. You already know I was coming back.
I just wanted you to get to the colorism a little bit.
No, don't get me
touch on it.
So, light-skinned shit, like light-skinned girls was the fuck in. And dark skin was not. And when I was a younger girl, I definitely felt insecure about being dark skinned or not being exotic enough. Right, because we're all exotic in our own way, right? But I just felt like I wasn't exotic enough. Now when I'm older, and it's like people see me and be like, "Oh, girl, what? I mean, Africa, Africa, like I don't know, nigga, like you know." And I think that those things are important. But colorism is really a thing because I have like a lighter child and a darker child, and I see colorism go on in my own home, and even just things as my daughter's hair. My daughter has a more kinkier hair than my son does, and either way, like my daughter's hair texture comes from like her dad's side. My son's hair texture comes more from his mom's side, and I just be like, oh my god, like. Baby, you are beautiful, regardless of what. Like, your hair texture is amazing because you are amazing. Like, where you come from, that's what makes you great. Like, you know what I mean? So those things are really important. And like, even me and Miss Lizzie Baby, like, we are on two different ends of the spectrum. She's more lighter, her hair texture is more curlier, or whatever the case is. Like, it's just like. I'm never insecure when it comes to my bitch. I'm never insecure when it comes to nothing. And I teach my kids the same thing.
As you should.
Yeah. Do you? I hope you guys teach your girls to be like beautiful and great because they're amazing.
I make sure they talk that shit too.
Talk that shit.
I make sure they talk
that shit. I encourage it.
I encourage it. They be like, yo, because I'm smarter than most people, and I'll be like, yes, you are. Like, I'll be like, I encourage that shit, and it can lead to some levels of cockiness, but I'd rather them be cocky and then you bring them down a little bit than them be low self-esteem and I got to bring them up. It's easier to bring them down than it is to bring them up. So for me, it's like, yo, talk that shit. Like, I'm the biggest supporter of them talking shit ever. So, I mean, I think all dads should be like that. I think all parents should be like let your kids talk their shit. And then, you know, make sure they know how to back it up. And then when they take L's, make sure you're there to support them in their L's too, and make sure that they know that it's just one L. Life is about L's.
Okay, so before we close out in the next 5 minutes, I just want to know, have you guys ever been personally insecure or jealous? I mean, you guys have like Mason. What were you insecure about? What were you insecure about? Though?
Like I said, I gave you
What's
the
your
example.
insecurities as a man, or yourself?
What happened?
Have insecurities as a man
or yourself.
Yeah, I told you, like, I've been insecure in scenarios. I told you I'm not good at taking compliments. I told you that gives me it gives me not self doubt, but more along the lines of, it just makes me uncomfortable. Like, things like that make me uncomfortable. I've had, like, scenarios where any dude would be like, oh, this is a compliment. And I'll be like, this shit is weird. Like, it's just weird. So those are scenarios where I feel like I'm insecure because I'm not good at taking compliments. If a girl's aggressive, while I like aggressive girls, girls could be too aggressive. Like, girls be on their shit and
I
they
am
be like,
too aggressive girl.
can I get
What's
some
a
dick?
too aggressive
And I'll be
girl?
like, yo, hi, how you doing? Like, what do you mean, can I get some dick? Like,
They actually
I don't know you.
I'm not that aggressive. I might be like, how was your day?
Oh,
How was
I'm
work?
talking about there's levels. These girls these days are like,
Masculine
I
energy.
was getting some boba today, and I tell you, this girl was like definitely like half my size, but she was trying to like, I was like, I'm just getting
Masculine
some boba.
energy.
Like, I'm just getting
What's
boba.
wrong with masculine? And we need to do an episode on masculine. It's nothing wrong
we
with
need
being
to
a
do an
woman
episode
with
on
masculine
masculine.
energy. I'm so tired.
I didn't say there's anything wrong with it, but I just
And
said
I'm
there's
just
levels
saying,
of it.
there's a
Like,
lot of people out here who have a problem with women being masculine, and I'm definitely a woman who's a little masculine. I want to
It's
have a
going to
time.
class.
we should have
It's
added
going to
that to
class.
the
I'm
proposing.
feminine, but I
It's going to
still have.
clash with a man, a manly man. It's going to clash with him.
But if
And
you
that's not
that
going to work
nigga,
out.
you gonna tone that shit down. Period. If you
It
the
won't. It
nigga,
won't work out because it's going to clash.
Now.
we gonna have this conversation on another
Oh
episode.
yeah, now that's another episode.
We about to wrap this up.
All
No.
good.
It's 1 o'clock.
So you can find me at basically. Let's just jump into where we could find each other at, and you can find me at Kori KORI _
How you don't let the guest go first? But go ahead.
Oh, I'm not.
She's the lead. Go ahead, Miss.
I'm a leader, and I'm not like. I'm sorry, but you are our guest.
I guess.
Episode. I'm sorry.
Where can they find
Damn,
you?
y'all made me feel like I was
You can
mad.
find me at @black_panther 24/7.
On Instagram.
Yes, on IG, on anything.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Mason. Where they gonna find you at?
I was gonna let Corey go because she's ready.
You already went. They found that
All right, you can find me at YNVS_ It's Mason.
And you can find me at Miss Lizzie Baby at Instagram, and you can find us all at Hush Your Mouth ENT on the YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe,
comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Hit that little dingy thing so you can get the notifications because we got an
know it's called the dingy thing.
Every Thursday. Every Thursday, your dingy thing goes ding.
Ding, ding. I know it is.
Pause.
But don't forget to find me at Kori _G.
And on that note, until
we
next
out.
Hush your mouth.
Hush your mouth.